Last year, Frontier Development's first foray into the glamorous, high-speed 200mph world of Formula 1 with F1 Manager 2022 provided a solid platform to build upon. As a yearly release franchise, it was arguably never going to provide the insane depth and variety as some existing live service, unlicensed management sims out there from day one, but what it did provide was a tense in-race experience and a sense of satisfaction over 20 to 30 hours, unlike most other racing-related games. Now, a year later, the pressure is on to deliver on that promise with F1 Manager 23. We've had an early sneak peek, and here are what we think are the 5 most important new features that this title will bring. Don't forget to leave your thoughts on these new additions in the comments below. While amazing for a management game, the in-race car animations were uncouth in F1 Manager 22 and more repetitive than a Benny Benassi song. The top-down dots in a track map once the race speed is increased would have suited us just fine, but Frontier went the extra mile and included TV-style presentation and fully modelled vehicles. The genie was out of the bottle, and thus, it's hard to not compare what you see in an F1 Manager title to a driving game. Unfair, yes, but natural. So, for the sequel, how the cars move on track is said to be more naturalistic. Yes, based purely on this early work in progress footage, there is still a skittishness present, especially on corner exits, but it looks much smoother. When you ask a driver to push, you should now see them attacking curbs in a more aggressive fashion. There is said to be greater variation in the racing line used too. Sometimes in the prior title, it could all look a bit too familiar. Drivers should now be able to react to light contact in a more realistic fashion, catching slides or recovering from being off the track more efficiently. Tying into this are further changes to the pit stops, once again motion captured, only this time with greater authenticity. The squad is also fallible too, with the potential for jammed tyre guns for example. To avoid this, there is deeper pit team training and skill trees. A training schedule is now accessible with several different drill types selectable, such as removing tyres or releasing the car. Your aim is to reduce pit stop times without tiring out the team and increasing the chance of mistakes. To oversee their new progress is a new job role within the game, that of the sporting director, and they each come with their own ratings. After several tens of hours with the previous title, you may have noticed the ability to excessively save tyres, ERS and fuel in DRS trains. To try and avoid this, and hopefully aim for more dynamic racing in F1 Manager 2023, there are potentially significant changes to how various systems behave. There's a fresh ERS Battle Assist option to be used in both overtaking and defence once a car is within DRS range, although how this plays out at this stage remains to be seen. Next, tyre temperature is now simulated through a race across both carcass and surface. Longevity is not just affected by the ambient temperature, or if a driver is pushing for long segments of a race, but also their overall ability and even confidence. Ah yes, confidence. This is a new visual representation, showcasing if a driver is under or overperforming. If confidence is low, then the chances of pulling off a stunning last lap overtake are much lower. How you oversee the tyre wear via pace commands through a race is key to maintaining a high level of confidence and stable wear rates. Two biggies here that are related, so we've placed them within one section. We called for it in our wishlist video for F1 Manager 2023, which we published last year. The link is in the video's description, but the contract system has been updated. The ability to sign a driver immediately remains, but you can now sign a new driver a season ahead of time. Rejoice. Much more realistic, and so too should be driver development, a significant component to not just F1 Manager, but titles such as Football Manager 2. Scouting fresh talent and watching younger sportspeople develop into the next generation is hugely satisfying. But in 22's release, older drivers didn't seem to fade quickly enough. In fact, sometimes they still developed at a similar rate as more youthful opponents. You could end up with Fernando Alonso still increasing his abilities way into the 2026 season. Well, to be fair to the Spaniard, that might actually happen, but hopefully you get the point. Elder competitors of the grid should now tail off in form more obviously as your career progresses, placing a greater emphasis on spotting new blood. While you cannot manage a Formula 2 or Formula 3 team, the junior Formula races are at least now simulated behind the scenes, and you can view far greater detail on race results and performances, helping you pick a star who could turn into the next Sir Lewis Hamilton. Now this one may seem obvious because, well, it mostly is. This is a game that's replicating the current F1 season, so there are the teams and drivers therein. But also included from launch are the new Las Vegas Strip Street Circuit and Qatar's Losail Circuit, first seen in 2021, missing in 2022 when the first F1 Manager released, and now it's back for this year. There is no footage yet, so we look forward to seeing this closer to launch. Sprints will also debut within F1 Manager 2023 for the first time, 6 in total. These happened in the real world last season, notable only by their absence in F1 Manager 22. These appear alongside the revised qualifying format tests, where a tyre compound is mandated for each stage. Further team and driver radio clips have been added, alongside a tweak in their contextual usage, and the car models look to be more detailed, with greater distinction between teams. There's a whole host of smaller tweaks too. We've only focused on what we felt were the big ticket items in this video. Visit the TraxionGG website for further info. These include the ability to save during any session, changes to the cost cap implementation, the introduction of a dilemmas system, where you must select what you think is the right course of action across pivotal decisions, and aerodynamic part development now factoring in weight versus durability equation. Sadly, you still can't create an 11th team. There will be more details about additional features later, such as a brand new game mode separate from the career, Race Replay. It's said to bring players closer to every twist and turn in the 2023 Formula 1 World Championship, allowing them to rewrite key moments. Details will be released later, so stay subscribed to our channel. It's also worth noting that once again, the latest F1 Manager game will be releasing on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. There's no firm release date yet, other than a summer window. The question is, when the heat haze begins, will you be indoors playing F1 Manager 2023? Let us know in the comments below. As we've been saying, head over to the TraxionGG website for all of the latest news and information about F1 Manager 2023, and of course hit the notification bell if you're already subscribed to the YouTube channel if you don't want to miss a video. That's it from us today, so until next time, thanks for watching, keep it pinned, and have a great day.